from Marawi.
Secretary, would that mean that the meetings with Medvedev and President Putin are scrapped?
Again, the presence of the president, the physical presence is needed in the Philippines. That is the president's assessment. And his priority is always the protection of each and every Filipino. He will act within the framework of the Constitution. We will follow all rules and regulations. Now, the meetings between President Duterte and President Putin and President Duterte and Prime Minister Medvedev will be postponed. And but we are in the process of arranging that the President Putin and President Duterte will be able to speak. Most probably it will be a phone call because President Putin is not in Moscow at this point in time.
Good afternoon, sir. Good evening na pala. Sir, may magkakaroon po ng forced evacuation sa mga civilian communities para mag-give way po sa possible surgical operations po.
Wala pa ngayon. Ang sinasabi namin doon stay in their homes muna. Huwag silang magkalat-kalat sa paligid ngayong gabi dahil wala nang ilaw at maraming snipers ng mga ISIS na Maute doon na nag-aabang baka mapagkamalan silang sundalo. Also, the soldiers will also might mistake them to be the enemy. So, stay put muna sa mga bahay nila. And then tomorrow when it's light, so malalaman natin kung ano pang gagawin natin doon. We may require them to get out of the homes or evacuate them, but we will provide the evacuation facilities like transportation para makaalis sila kung magkaroon talaga ng house-to-house fighting dyan sa Marawi.
May we know how the president decided, what was his thought process and what were the events that led to his deciding to declare martial law? Was he briefed? Who briefed him? Was his decision also suggested by defense officials?
He met with his own group, and we will just have to leave it at that. The full details we don't have.
His own group, sorry?
Yes.
His own group of...
No, his group of advisors. Okay, we don't have the details about the composition of the advisors.
Secretary Lorenzana, considering the urgency of the situation in Mindanao, you think there's a necessity to ask for immediate military support or assistance either in China or here in Russia?
None. I think we can do this. So we just have to reshuffle our troops. Medyo nabigla lang sila doon because they were expecting to arrest Mr. Isniron. They didn't know that he was backed up by more or less about 100 armed fighters. But we will be able to contain them as we go along, maybe tomorrow or the next 2 days.
Yun ho bang Marawi area matagal na hong pinamumugaran ng mga Maute Group at ito ho ba'y matagal ng
yes.
nasubaybayan?
Yeah, if you remember, we were able to, we bombed them in Butig. Isniron was there in Butig early this year, and they were scattered. And it's coming out now from the reports of the military that they have a lot of sympathizers in Marawi City, so they were able to infiltrate Marawi without the knowledge of the military. That's why they were able to go there undetected, maybe posing as civilians coming to the city until they saw this. If they did not see Isniron siguro, they will not be able to have this incident because Isniron was there. He was seeking medical attention. And when he was approached to be, his hideout or his safe house was approached to arrest him, they started firing at our soldiers. That's why there was this encounter.
Thank you. We'll have to confine it to the last two questions because I'll be deferring now to Sec. Alan Cayetano.
Yeah, just to add to your question, to add to the answer, no? the President does not take lightly the declaration of martial law of any part of the Philippines. In fact, this option was an option in the past. He has announced that there are groups that have been auditioning for recognition in ISIS, and both Secretary Lorenzana and Secretary Esperon and our Chief of Staff Anyo and Chief PNP De La Rosa have continuously briefed you about certain security threats in Mindanao. The President doesn't take this lightly because he knows and his cabinet knows that there are implications, for example, in tourism. The mere declaration of martial law would dissuade some from going to Mindanao at this point in time. But the priority of the President is the safety, the lives, and the property of the people of Mindanao. So he cannot sacrifice the lives of people for any amount of money or for any economic reason. So please rest assured that the details will come in later because of two reasons. One, they're focused now on the situation. Number two, there are many things that they cannot discuss at this point in time because the groups in Mindanao who are being monitored are also monitoring what we will say here. And we cannot reveal the strategy or the military tactics or the actions of the civilian government. No? So we apologize at this time, but we will be transparent and give you the information you need as soon as we are capable of giving it without endangering the lives of the men in uniform, especially in Mindanao.
I think we need to defer to the statement of Secretary Cayetano regarding the delicacy of the matter. So let me just end now.
Do you still, Yusek, do you still maintain sa mga ating officials, do you still maintain your previous statement that the government is still in control of the situation in Marawi considering may mga lumalabas na...
My statement, if you were listening to it, is this. He has full confidence in AFP and MPNP's management of the situation. All right? And so that is why he's returning also to the Philippines. And so let us continue to trust in the process.
Okay, let me just ask Secretary Lorenzana, is the government in full control of Marawi right now?
Of course. Of course. I told you a while ago, I just talked to the division commander. General Bautista is supposed to be in Polacan, Zamboanga del Sur, but he is now in Marawi. It started this morning. So sabi niya, wala namang problema. I will just try to hold the ground tonight so that we can bring in more troops maybe tonight and tomorrow morning. So, under control yan.
Sec Lorenzana, how many troops of the Maute and ISIS are we talking about? And meron po bang nagkaroon ng lapse sa intelligence kaya nakapasok sila ng hindi undetected sa Marawi?
Alam naman natin nandiyan sila eh. And in fact, there was this big firefight somewhere in Piagapo and sa mga mountainous dyan area surrounding Marawi City. And I don't think there is a lapse of intelligence. It's just appreciation of the intelligence that was lacking there. Baka hindi nila akala nila kayang-kaya, but you know, it's just there's intelligence there. It's just the appreciation of what the intelligence means that medyo nagkamali sila.
So it was not a lapse. There was no lapse.
Yes, lapse. Thank you very much.
Sir, one last.
Sir, why all of Mindanao, sir?
Well, that is the declaration of the President. All right?
Secretary Lorenzana.
Because there are also problems in Zamboanga, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi, and also in Central Mindanao, in the BIF area. And we also have some problems in Region 11, yung mga pangungutong ng mga NPA. So sabi nga ni Presidente, he has been telling these people that if I declare martial law, tatapusin ko lahat ng problema. So kaya nga buong Mindanao na.
So related to your statement, how is a declaration of the martial law going to help with the problem with Maute and all of that?
Well, we were able to control their movement. We can lahat ng dapat gawin sa martial law, we will implement. Control of movement, searches and arrest or detain people for
Warrantless arrest, sir.
Suspension of writ of habeas corpus, and details sa palo na lang.
Sir, yung arrest will begin
Tomorrow, details to follow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ano na? No, we'll give a statement about kung kailan aalis. Okay? We will, as soon as possible, we will. Pero ang biyahe is about 12 hours. Ano? Wala na. Except he will be staying. We will, okay, off the record muna to. We intend to leave as soon as possible. If everything is
Hawak sa kanya, sir.